This is the second video in the series of videos which show how to use the Map Rain application. So in this video we're going to look at looking at gridded datasets. So this is datasets that primarily cover the whole of the UK, although we will show you how to customize that so that you can view a more detailed grid for a smaller region. So what we're going to do is, first of all, if we just get the latest rainfall data, so we automatically, the map UI automatically defaults actually to grid. So you can see here that it's selected the whole grid. If we get the rainfall intensity data, we're going to the default is always using a 3 by 3 kilometer grid size. The actual underlying rainfall is at 1 by 1 kilometer gridded datasets, but it presents a lot of data when you're downloading the individual data points, as we are. So here you can see the actual data, and you can zoom out and get the whole of the UK rainfall data set, and this updates every 5 minutes as new data comes available to us. So what I'm going to do now is we can just clear this data. It does take it a while just to clear the UI down a bit. So that was the latest rainfall data. What I'm now just going to do is I'm going to change the date selector. I'm actually going to go back to time to 2000, so the 23rd of June 2016, which was a wet day, and we can now look at the rainfall intensity. So if I want to go back in time and look at rainfall intensity, I can get the data for this particular time. So this will get the data for the 23rd of June at 00. So here you can see the 3 kilometer gridded data sets on that day. We can zoom out a bit and you can see how the rain will change. So this slider here changes the time increment. So it starts at 00 and now will increase in 5-minute increments forward in time. So there's a lot of data, so I'm not going to go and do this in detail, but effectively you can use this to choose and select data for any period in time. So this will just move it ahead. So here you can see it's at 8:50 in the morning. So that's the data. So that's the purpose of this rainfall intensity. So it allows you to go back and get historic rainfall intensity data. So I'll clear the display, move the time series back again. Oops, that's going to get me my rainfall. So I'm just going to clear that down again. So what we can also do, so that's, and there's daily rainfall option as well, which gets aggregated daily rainfall data. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a custom grid. So I'm going to just zoom in a bit into the area around here. So if I just I can choose a grid on the map that I want to look at in more detail. We're now going to change the grid size to 1 kilometer grid size, and we'll get the rainfall intensity again on the 23rd of July 2016. So now we're into a bit more detail, and if I move this forward in time, let's just say to about, we can start to see some heavy rain that's appearing on that particular day. And so if we want, we can use this selector on the right hand side. We can exclude the drawn polygon, so this allows us to add or remove the data sets that we're presenting. And so we can actually see this moving in time. Now if we want, we can use a replay option, which will give us, if we just do it, I'll just reduce it down to 2 cycles. Seconds between cycles, let's say 3, we're looking at times, a 5-minute time span again, and now get it'll play forward in time two sets. So you can look at actually how rainfall moves in time by using this replay option, which can be better for smaller data options. So that's the purpose of the custom gridded data set. So I've just put that drawn polygon on again. That's the drawn polygon, and if we want to get the daily rainfall data, we can again get the daily rainfall data for that display. So that'll now actually go and get the whole data. So even it'll display data obviously if there's less than 0. But I think on this particular day we'll get most of that day will have rainfall associated to it. So here you can actually see the rainfall that has arrived in aggregated into the daily consumption values. So that's the end of the gridded datasets video, and thank you for your time.